It's time!
TGIS, 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 TGIS.
UFC Fight Night. Edwards versus Brady. We making picks.
Let's go!
First fight in the featherweight division. We have Nathaniel Wood versus Morgan Charrier. Nathaniel, the prospect. 20 wins, 6 losses. He's 4-5 in his last 5 fights. He's coming off that close fight, unanimous decision win versus Daniel Pineda. He's a well-rounded fighter. He's a good striker. He's good on the ground. He has good takedown defense. He mixes it up well. He's a smart fighter. He has great volume. He's good everywhere. He might be the better fighter. Morgan, the last pirate. 20 wins, 10 losses, and 1 draw. He's also 4-5 out of his last 5 fights. He's coming off that knockout win versus Gabriel Miranda. He's a good striker. He's got good kicks. He's very explosive. He's the bigger fighter, so he's going to be more powerful. He has good cardio. He's also good everywhere. The TGIS pick
It's Morgan Charrier.
Next up, in the lightweight division, we have Jordan Vucenic versus Chris Duncan. Jordan, the epidemic. 13 wins, 3 losses. He's got 4 wins out of his last 5 fights. He's coming off that decision loss in his UFC debut against Goram Kutalaze. He's a good striker, good grappler. He's getting better every fight. He's a well-rounded fighter. He's very tough. He possibly has more ways to win. Chris,
The problem.
12 wins, 2 losses. He's coming off that submission win versus Balaji Oki. 4 wins out of his last 5 fights. He's a good, accurate striker. He has power. He's been working on his grappling and wrestling. If he could put that together with his power, he could possibly win this fight. The TGIS pick,
Chris Duncan.
Next up in the strawweight division, we have Molly McCann versus Alexia Tainara. Molly, meatball. She's 2-3 out of her last 5 fights. She's coming off that decision loss versus Bruna Brazil. She's 34 years old. She has the experience. She's very tough. She can strike. She can wrestle. She's probably going to want to go for the takedowns and try to steal the round. Alexia,
Bergasina.
in her last 5 fights, she's making her UFC debut. She's a good striker. She's good on the ground. She likes to throw her hands. She has good pressure. She's more explosive and more athletic. Her UFC debut should be a success. And the TGIS pick
Is Alexia Tainara.
Next up in the welterweight division, we have Kevin Holland versus Gunnar Nelson. Kevin,
Trailblazer.
26 wins, 13 losses. He's 1-4 out of his last 5 fights. Coming off that submission loss for Rainer de Ritter. He's a good fighter, a good, accurate striker. He can grapple. He has good length. He doesn't have the best takedown defense, and he's not a consistent fighter. You never know what you're going to get from Kevin Holland. Gunnar, 19 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. He's got 3 wins out of his last 5 fights. He's a good grappler. He has good kicks. He hasn't fought in about 2 years, but I still think he can take Kevin Holland down, which may lead him to victory. It's going to be a close one. But the TGIS pick
Is Kevin Holland.
Next up, in the light heavyweight division, we have Jan Blachowicz and Carlos Ulberg. Jan, the legendary Polish power. He's 42 years old. He's a good striker. He has that Polish power. He's a good grappler. He's been injured since the Pereira fight. He had shoulder surgery, so he's been out for about 2 years. Carlos,
Black Jag.
34 years old, good kickboxer, technical fighter. He's got knockout power. He's more athletic, probably the hungrier fighter. He's on his path to the title. And the TGIS pick
Is Jan Blachowicz. It's the main event! It's the main event! The main event! It's the main event! It's the main event! The main event!
Next up, in the welterweight division, we have Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. Leon,
Rocky.
22 wins, 4 losses. 4 wins out of his last 5 fights. He's coming off that loss to Bilal Muhammad. He's a well-rounded fighter. He's good everywhere. Good striking, good body kicks, good cardio, and he can take you down. Sean Brady. He's good on the feet. He's good on the ground. He's got good striking. He's got heavy punches. Good wrestler, good grappler. He has good pressure. This is going to be a good match. And the TGIS pick is Leon Edwards.